Papa, yeah, yeah. Oh, Papa, yeah, yeah. Bestie, my holy Father.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Harvey and I'm back with another video. Honestly, I haven't did a sit-down video in super long. Honestly, I haven't. I have, but I haven't. Not like this. So, yeah. I'm gonna be talking about something you want but don't need. You know? In a Christian aspect, a Christian point of view, of course. Just kind of talking about God's will or our will. Majority of the time, you don't want God's will. The more you get closer to God and the more you have a relationship with Him, you'll start to desire what He desires for you, and then His will become your will. And you have to ask God, help me to deny my will and accept your will. If you don't do that, you could be being deceived by the enemy and you don't even know. Because obviously the enemy wants you to believe that your will is God's will. And majority of the time, it's not. So I just got 3 little tips, pointers, takeaways. My first point is our will versus God's will. Our own will always prioritize our flesh because it's what we want. Although doing things according to God's will always focus you more on the spiritual side of things because it's His will. When you're doing things in your will, it's your flesh, the enemy is baiting you every step of the way and you don't even know it. But yeah, usually when it comes down to God's will, it's focusing more on the spiritual side of things, and your will could even focus on the spiritual side of things, but more than likely you want something that God never intended you to have. You just want it because you want it, and then we're just gonna guide you along your will. While on the other hand, God is gonna guide you along His will because it's His will for your life. I got a little verse, something like, so it's just Psalms 48, which reads, I delight to do your will, oh my God, your law is within my heart. Me personally, if I was struggling to do God's will for my life, which I'm not, I'm glad I'm not. Used to be, but I kind of learned with time, like sooner or later, just give it up. Like, what's the point? Like, just give it up because God's will always be better than ours. Saying, I delight to do your will, even when you don't delight to do God's will, is just speaking into existence and encouraging yourself, encouraging your spirit, and denying your flesh, and denying what you truly want. So, and then my second point is, charm is fleeting. Let's just go straight into the verse. Proverbs 31:30. Charm is deceptive and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. We don't need the second part. We just need charm is deceptive and beauty does not last. Charm is fleeting because beauty fades, but presence or the effect, the attitude doesn't. That the object or the person holds. That's what remains. How the person acts, or what the place is, or what the place does. No matter what you're talking about, whether it's a person, place, or thing, it's not gonna change because that's how it was made. That's how God created it to be. That's how it is. It's not gonna change. That's how it is. But beauty and charm and how things look on the outside, that can tend to change as time goes on due to natural causes. Your wants and your will can shift or change how it seems to look because what you want is not of God. So how it looks on the outside is not gonna stay. Once, like we all looking young right now, but eventually we gonna start getting wrinkly. You'll be walking and you're gonna trip because you lose balance because you're getting old. Because you're not looking how you used to look when you was 19. And you're 70 years old with wrinkles everywhere. Charm is fleeting and it's deceptive, which is why who the person is what remains. But in terms of the natural, the outer appearance can change because it's natural, it's your will, it's gonna change. Natural appearance will change because of the point of view. If you were looking at it from God's eyes, everything will remain, nothing will change. What you want is in last. what God wants for you will remain forever. And the last one, looks don't lie. Romans 8 verse 6. Romans chapter 8 verse 6. So letting your sinful nature control your mind leads to death, but letting the Spirit control your mind leads to life and peace. This is because when looking at an object or person or thing, it is what it is. There's no if, and, or buts about it. God created it the way He created it with reason. It's just super cut and dry. It's to the point it is what it is. And we're talking about looks. It is what it is. How it looks is how it looks. So with that being said, how your will for your life looks, how it is, it's just simply how it is. Most of the time, we want what we want and always put up a fight with God concerning how we want to adjust God's will to fit our will. But God's will, God's perspective, what God wants for us is not cut and dry. To God, our will is the complete epitome of everything we don't need. If we go through a list of what we want in our lives, God is going to go through the list and say, no, 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 no. Literally every time. Every single time. You may get one or two, up in there. But it's just going to be no, 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 no. Because everything you want for your life is not what God wants for your life. But until the veil is removed, you finally see how everything you wanted for your life would have destroyed you. But that's not even the point. That's not even the point. God's will for our lives will always be better than what we could ever think, dream, or imagine. Every time it's going to be better. Every time. When you say, okay, God, I want to deny, I want to let go of my will, and I want to accept your will. There's no like, okay, I'm going to accept your will, but I'm going to let this person stay here because I want them here. No. It doesn't work like that. If you accept God's will and then God's will for your life, you lose 3 friends and you move to another state. And that's you accepting that too. It comes with it. You can't just say you want God's will and pick and choose what you want from God's will. It don't work like that. Imagine if you could do that. Like, that would be kind of pointless. You want my will, but you don't want everything I have. So you might as well just keep your will and keep on doing what you're doing. There is nothing or nobody that can just or make God's will look more appealing. Like, it's just not. Your will definitely look more appealing than God's will. Once God removes the veil from your eyes, God's will be 10 times better than your will, even if you can't see it now. God knows it's better. That's why He's telling you to lock in. He's telling you to lock in. It's appealing and it's just and it's right and it always will be right. So, let's wrap it up. God's will is better than our will. There's tons of things you may want for your life, but you know deep down for certain you don't need it. You just want it. There are some things that you want, but you don't always need it. And when it comes to your will, those are the things that you want, but it's not quite a need. When it comes to God's will, you need it, and in the end, you're going to be glad that you accepted His will, because now you're going to want it. God's desires will become your desires the closer you get to Him, and it won't be a problem for you, because you won't want to live any other way. You won't want to go back to living your will. You won't want to go back to doing things how you did it, because once you enter the presence of God, once you enter into your relationship with God and you commit to God and you fully say like I give you it all, I let it go and I give it to you to worry about, you're done. You're done choosing, you're done picking, you're done having options, you're done, because it's going to be Him in the front. It's going to be Him driving the bus. It's going to be Him driving the Lambo truck. Which is a good thing, not a bad thing. God's going to do all the tweaking and fixing that needs to be done. Because in the end, His will always be perfect for our lives. Our will is just not the best route. Especially if your will consists of everything worldly and nothing spiritual. It's like, and remember, like, just because you want it doesn't mean you actually need it, because there's a big difference. needs and wants. You may want to be with somebody, but you need to be with somebody. You want to be with somebody because you want attention, you want somebody to love you, but you can come over here to the God side. What you need God. And God can give you the love, God can give you the attention, God can give you everything plus. And you understand, you will. So yeah, all I gotta say is just choose God's will. Choose God's will over your will. Your will is gonna lead to everything you don't want. Charm is deceptive. The enemy make the pathway to the world and to living in flesh so attractive. It's deceptive. Looks are deceiving. It's not what it really looks like. That's why in the Bible it says the pathway to please don't quote me on this. The way or the pathway to righteousness is narrow because not everybody's going there. If you know, it's a little topic because everybody goes to heaven. No, that's a lie. And if I said that, I'd be lying, and that's so we're not doing that. Everybody does not go to heaven. Even the righteous can fall. And yeah, that's just on the topic. Just choose God's will over your will, and you're gonna be locked in.